In the past, witches were accused of casting spells. Today, manipulation hides behind charm, influence, and persuasion. The cauldron is digital now, but the enchantment remains the same: the power to control how others think and feel. If you're drawn to the hidden side of human nature, the psychology behind power, belief, and manipulation, make sure you subscribe, like, and turn on the notification bell. Every story here reveals another layer of the mind's darkness, and trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. Witchcraft. For centuries, it has lived in the shadows of human fear and imagination. But psychology reveals something deeper beneath the stories of curses, spells, and unseen forces. Not just superstition, but a mirror of our own minds. This isn't a story about magic. It's a story about the psychology of fear, control, and the dark side of human behavior. When people think of witchcraft, they often imagine ancient rituals or medieval accusations. Yet even in today's modern world, where satellites orbit the Earth and AI predicts our emotions, belief in witchcraft remains deeply alive. Studies show that over 40% of the world's population believes that certain people can cause harm through supernatural means. But why? What drives us, rational, evolved beings, to believe in invisible forces that punish, curse, or control? The answer lies in the most primal parts of the human mind: the psychology of witchcraft beliefs. Witchcraft beliefs often emerge where fear and uncertainty live. When misfortune strikes, a sudden illness, financial loss, a broken relationship, the human brain refuses randomness. We crave explanations. We need someone to blame. In places where science, medicine, or institutions fail to explain or protect, the mind turns to what feels emotionally true, not scientifically proven. The neighbor must have cursed me. The envy in their eyes became my bad luck. It's magical thinking, the belief that thoughts, envy, or hidden energy can shape reality. And while it seems irrational, it's deeply human. From childhood, our brains are wired to see intention everywhere. A rustle in the dark isn't the wind, it's a predator. A strange coincidence isn't random, it's fate. Our survival once depended on detecting invisible threats. Witchcraft, in psychological terms, is a story our minds create to make sense of danger we cannot see. Fear, control, and the dark side of belief. But here's where it gets darker. Because where there is fear, there is opportunity for manipulation. Beliefs in witchcraft can easily become tools of dark psychology. The deliberate use of fear, guilt, and deception to control others. Think of the witch hunter who convinces others that only he can identify and purify the cursed. Or the self-proclaimed healer who demands obedience or payment to remove a spell. These figures exploit the mind's natural fear of the unseen, turning anxiety into dependence. In the language of psychology, this is coercive control, the manipulation of belief and emotion to gain power. Dark psychology thrives where fear replaces reason. On a deeper level, witchcraft also reflects what psychoanalysts call projection.
The witch becomes the embodiment of what a society fears most: envy, sexuality, disobedience, difference. In medieval Europe, women who lived alone or spoke their minds were labeled witches. In some African villages today, elderly women or outcasts face the same fate. They are accused not because of who they are, but because of what others unconsciously fear within themselves. Carl Jung might say that the witch is our collective shadow, the part of ourselves we repress, deny, and then project outward. When we can't face our envy, our aggression, our guilt, we cast it onto someone else and call them evil. It's easier to burn the witch than to confront the darkness inside us. Witchcraft and the dark triad. Modern psychology has a term for the manipulative personalities who exploit such fears: the dark triad: narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy. These traits thrive on control, deception, and emotional exploitation. Within systems of witchcraft belief, dark personalities often rise to positions of influence. They become the protectors, healers, or prophets who promise safety from curses, but at a psychological cost. They use fear as currency. They isolate victims from others. They gaslight them into submission. And in doing so, they convert cultural belief into personal power. This is where witchcraft and dark psychology meet, at the crossroads of belief and manipulation. The psychological toll. For the believer, the cost is invisible but immense. Living with the fear of curses or spiritual attack creates chronic anxiety and a deep sense of helplessness. It fosters what psychologists call an external locus of control, the belief that one's life is governed by forces beyond one's reach. Imagine waking up every day believing your success depends not on effort, but on someone else's hidden malice. That thought alone can drain motivation, trust, and peace. Studies show that people who strongly believe in witchcraft often report lower life satisfaction, higher stress, and more worry. In extreme cases, entire communities fracture. Neighbors turn on neighbors, families accuse each other, and paranoia replaces connection. Witchcraft belief in its darkest form erodes what makes us human: empathy and trust. The manipulator and the mass mind. From a dark psychology perspective, witchcraft belief systems can act like social hypnosis. They shape how people think, who they trust, and how they act. Once fear takes root, reason weakens, and the manipulator steps in. History is filled with examples: witch trials, exorcisms, and modern faith healers who exploit fear for fame or profit. The pattern is the same: control the narrative, isolate the target, and offer salvation at a price. Even today on social media, you'll see modern forms of this manipulation: energy cleansers, curse removers, manifestation coaches, selling spiritual safety to those in emotional pain. The methods are old, but the platforms are new. Fear remains the most profitable emotion in human history. Healing from the fear of the unseen. So how do we escape this cycle of fear and manipulation? Psychology offers one key insight. Awareness is power. When we understand how fear hijacks the mind, how it seeks patterns, assigns blame, and submits to control, we can begin to take that power back. When we learn to sit with uncertainty instead of explaining it away with curses or fate, we grow psychologically stronger. And most importantly, when we question the voices that use fear to control us, we reclaim our freedom. Because behind every story of witchcraft lies a deeper truth. The real battle is not between magic and reason, but between fear and awareness.
Between the shadow that controls us and the self that sees through it. The final reflection. Witchcraft, in the language of psychology, isn't just about spells. It's about power, fear, and projection. It's the ancient language of control, wrapped in the fabric of belief. And dark psychology is its modern dialect, the manipulation of emotion for gain. When the two merge, we find one of humanity's oldest and most dangerous psychological games. The power to make people fear what cannot be seen and obey what should not be trusted. As a psychologist, I would say this: every curse begins with a thought. Every spell begins with belief. And every manipulation begins with fear. Understanding that, truly understanding it, is how we end the cycle. If this awakened something in you, subscribe for more truths hidden in human behavior, because in psychology, every secret leaves a shadow.